Hi everybody, I have a really fun video for you today. Today we're going to be hooping and stitching out my quilted manger ornament. Isn't that so pretty? This is what it looks like on the back. I love that. Here's one that I did on black fabric with King Star gold metallic thread. Isn't that so pretty? See how my little hanger got stuck in the satin stitch? I'm going to show you in this video how to prevent that, because that's frustrating. But isn't that so pretty? I've been working on digitizing this design for some time, and I think I finally got it. And we're going to be watching it stitch out today. Let's go ahead and move over to the embroidery machine. This design stitches out in a 5x7 inch hoop or larger. And I have one layer of wash away hooped in my hoop. And the very first thing it's going to do is a placement stitch. It's going to stitch out a single line, the small heart in the center, and then it's going to jump over and stitch out a placement line for the large heart. You're going to prep 3 felt hearts. You could use a thin quilt batting if you wanted to. And the pattern comes with tracing files for these 2 hearts. It also comes with an SVG, so if you have a Cricut, Silhouette, a Scan and Cut, that's how I cut mine out. You can use either the tracing templates or the SVGs to pre-cut your felt hearts or thin batting. So once the placement stitch stops, I'm going to put 2 smaller hearts lined up to the very center placement stitch, and I've sprayed the back of my hearts with some 505 spray. Now I'm going to anchor in the hanger right on top of the 2 hearts with some Scotch tape. And I just slid my hoop off of the machine just a little bit so I can reach in. I'm going to tape that hanger in place. You're going to see the 3 places I'm putting tape. Now before I started doing that, my hanger always got caught up in my satin stitch like I showed you a couple seconds ago, right? And then on top of the hanger and the 2 hearts in the center, you're going to place 1 large felt heart lined up to the placement stitch. And then you're going to spray real quick with some 505 spray the top fabric and then put it back under the needle. The next thing that's going to stitch is a single line placement stitch. We're just tacking, or tack down stitch. We're just tacking down that fabric so it doesn't move for the rest of the stitch out. We're not going to trim that top fabric just yet, okay? The next thing that happens is the design is going to stitch out, and there's no jump stitches to trim on this design. I've designed it so that it just flows from one thing to the next and stitches out the entire design. I'm using a 7511 needle, and on this heart I'm using Madeira embroidery thread and a white bobbin thread for this part. Throughout the entire stitch out, I use a bobbin thread until I get to the very last step where it does a satin stitch along the edge, and then I match whatever thread I'm using in the top in my bobbin. I don't know if you can hear all the noise. It is so windy outside, and I have crepe myrtle trees that need to be trimmed, and they are banging on my windows. So I don't know if you're like me and just love to sit and watch your machine stitched out designs, but I find it so fascinating. This is going to give you a freestanding ornament that is sort of soft, right, and cushiony. The design shows it looks like it's quilted, right? The design looks quilted onto your heart, and it's sturdy enough to keep its shape with the 3 layers of felt in there. Now, of course, I have this sped up. The whole stitch out in my machine at the speed I'm running, which is 700 stitches per minute, takes about 12 minutes. If you're using a metallic thread, you might want to slow down your machine, right? When I stitched out the one with the King Star metallic thread. I slowed my machine down to 400 stitches per minute. I don't know if that makes any difference or not. It's just something I usually do. Once the design is stitched, we're going to remove it from the machine. We're going to flip it over to the back. I'm going to cut the little threads where it starts and stops just to clean it up a little bit. I'm going to take the back fabric and spritz that with a little 505 spray and center that over the design on the back. Make sure it's nice and stuck to the underside of the hoop and put that back on the machine. The next thing it's going to do is a tack down stitch for the backing fabric, right? It's going to go around there twice, nice and secure, and we can take the hoop off one more time. And now we're going to go ahead and trim both the front and the back fabric real close to that stitch line without cutting the stitches, hopefully. And I'm just using a pair of snips that gets in real close to that stitch, and just be careful right here not to cut your hanger. Now, if you've used tape like where I showed you to, that helps a lot, and not snipping the hanger as well. Ask me how I know. So I usually trim the front first and then flip it over to the back. I'm going to leave my tape on my hanger until the very end. I'm going to trim up any little threads that are sticking out from the start or the stop of the tack down stitch, and then trim up the extra fabric on the back. You see how close I'm getting to that stitch? Pretty close. Now I did starch my fabric just a little bit, and I really feel like it's going to help with the fraying, sticking through that satin stitch on the very end, the very last step. And it's just naked fabric. I did not put any heat and bond or fusible on the back sides of my fabric. The last step in the machine is it's going to do a satin stitch edging to give you a nice finished ornament like this. So it'll just go through and do that. I think these are so pretty. They would make perfect ornaments, right? I'm going to put a couple in my studio tour, but I also feel like they would be really pretty hanging on presents with a nice pretty bow. Don't you think that would be pretty? And then they can keep it as an ornament. Once the satin stitch is done, we're done with the stitch out. The Scotch tape just pulls off real easily. See how nice and clean that is? I'm going to go ahead and unhoop everything and trim the wash away really close to the stitches without cutting it. And then all you have left to do, you could take a Q-tip with some warm water or a rag with warm water, your finger, go along the edge and dissolve off the wash away, and it's all finished. So this is what it looks like. I'm going to trim up this little tie-off stitch on the back. Off camera, I'm going to go dissolve the wash away and come back to a nice finished ornament. Isn't that so pretty? I absolutely love that. And they're pretty fast to make too, especially if you use the SVG and you cut out the hearts perfectly with your cutting machine. But even if you are using the tracing templates that come with the pattern, because this not only comes with stitch files, there's a PDF. And if you open up the PDF, it tells you how to set up your hoop, what materials you're going to need to prep to get ready. And you'll also see on the very last page, there's 2 hearts. You can cut those right out of that last page and use that on your felt to either trace around or tape in place and use the actual paper template to cut out your heart. But yeah, there you go. I hope that, I just think that's so pretty. I hope this helps in making this ornament. And if you're looking for the files, you can find them over in my Etsy shop. If you make any of these, I'd love to see them. You can share pictures over on Creative Crew. If you haven't joined Creative Crew, there's a link in the description box where you can join us and share all kinds of creative projects that you're working on. They don't have to be just machine embroidery or quilting. Maybe you like painting, basket making, airbrushing. Hint, hint, airbrushing. Okay, y'all. I'll see y'all really soon. Have fun with this. Bye.